Global Hunger Index has been published and India ranks 107 out of 121 countries in this index. This time India has been put among the list of African countries, just below countries like Sudan, Congo, Ethiopia. The only South Asian country that fares worse than India is war-torn Afghanistan. Let us learn more about this hunger index. It is jointly published by Concern Worldwide and World Hunger Health. It is a peer-reviewed annual report which determines hunger on a 100-point scale. 0 is the best possible score and 100 is the worst. China is the only South Asian country that has been put among the countries 1 to 17, having the score of almost 5. The aim of the GHI is to trigger action to reduce hunger around the world. It uses some indicators to calculate the index. There are 4 indicators that it uses. First is undernourishment. Undernourishment reflects inadequate food availability and it is calculated by the share of the population that is undernourished, which means it calculates the calorie intake. And if the calorie intake is insufficient, then it is believed that the population is undernourished. The second indicator is child wasting. Wasting means when the weight is not appropriate for the height of the child. That is called wasting. Children under the age of 5 are taken into consideration and it is called acute undernutrition. Means they are not getting appropriate nutrition according to their height. Next is child stunting. Children who are of low height compared to their ages. So wasting is weight is less according to their height and stunting is height is less according to their age. In this also, children under the age of 5 years are taken into consideration and it reflects chronic undernutrition. And last indicator is child mortality. It reflects both inadequate nutrition and unhealthy environment calculated by the mortality rate of children under the age of 5. So GHI mainly uses indicators concerning children. What is India's performance? India's child wasting rate is at 19.3%, which is worse than the levels recorded in 2014. Also, it is highest for any country in the world and this drives up the region's average owing to India's large population. India's score is 29.1, which places it in the serious category. There is prevalence of undernourishment and it has risen in the country from 14.6% in 2018 to 16.3% in 2019-2021. However, in child stunting, India has shown improvement. Reasons for India's poor performance can be poor maternal health, poor sanitation, food insecurity. Because in India there is low dietary diversity, which can be a key factor in child malnutrition. Poverty, almost 50 million households in India are dependent on the small and marginal holdings. And because of COVID, there has been livelihood loss. There is lack of income opportunities and mostly they are dependent on farm sectors. However, there are some issues over credibility of this index also, GHI. Why? Because India has been ranked among African countries while it is among the top 10 food producing countries. So the first indicator, which takes into account the calorie insufficiency, is not credible for India because it also does not take into account the diversity. There are different food habits, there are regional imbalances. So calorie insufficiency is problematic for many reasons. The lower calorie intake also does not mean that there is deficiency because it may stem from reduced physical activity. In urban areas, people do not do that much physical activity, they do not need that much calories. There is better social infrastructure. So using a uniform calorie norm to arrive at deficiency does not recognize the huge regional imbalance and diversity. Also, the GHI is largely focused on children. It is children oriented. So it is more focused on their undernourishment than hunger. So overall, this GHI index does not clearly indicate the level of hunger in the country. However, it does reflect that in some areas India fares poorly. So this was all about GHI. For more such videos, subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day.